Okay, you guys should start hearing me after the ad, if you're watching an ad. I think the ad will end in 5 seconds. I'm trying to watch myself. Yeah, you see my sign? Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, let's see. All right, can you guys hear me? I'm here. I see you. Do you see me? Uh-oh, can't hear me. That's not good. Crafty ass. Love it. Can you guys hear me now? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. It looks like we're live. And guess what today is? East giveaway day. So, I'm trying to encourage more people to stream because if you can, hey, Genevieve. If you can stream, I think you can get so much more out of what me or anybody else that streams is trying to get across, because you can interact. Now, you guys can hear me. I can't hear you, but I can see your chat. So for all the new ones out there, I know several people are new and they've told me they're joining for the first time today. So that's awesome. So I'm going to start jelly plating here in a minute, and I'm going to be using iStencils today. And as I use one, I'm going to show you the number of it in case you're interested, and in case you win one of the two $50 gift certificates that Sherry from iStencils has donated. iStencils, if you don't know iStencils, you need to check it out. It's iStencils.com. They have over 2,600 2,600 plus designs, and just about every design is available, and I think it's 7 or 8 sizes. You can do 4x4 tiny ones, you can do 36 or 50 some inch ones for walls, and all the different designs. And they also have some other lines, badass stencils, which I'm going to use today. Hey, Donna. And Alex Hansen has a line. I'm going to use some of his today. And it's just an awesome site. And if you like stencils and like designs, that's where you want to go. Just saying. And they ship internationally. And they ship internationally very reasonably. I think the most their shipping is like $7.99 to go anywhere. And I think domestically, I think it's $2.99. I don't know how they do that, but that's what they do. And I really appreciate that about it, because so many people, watch me and sign up and follow me from New Zealand and Australia and all over Europe, and Asia and South America, Canada, and a lot of places don't ship internationally, but iStencils does. And they have the biggest selection of any stencil company I've ever seen. And I'm not poo-pooing any other stencils, because I have pretty much every brand and I love them all. But iStencils really does it right. And Sherry's, the customer service is excellent. Anybody that's ever had a problem, it's finished like that, and there's very few problems. So let's get on to the fun. So what I've decided to do, you guys know I'm a little unorthodox with the way I do things, and doing the giveaways and picking who wins, honestly, is a pain in the ass. To try to figure out who all signs up for my blog, who's on my Facebook page, who follows my YouTubes, who follows my streams, and then randomly trying to pick one, just shoot me. So I decided, in my own Patti way, that what I'm going to do, at least for the two $50 iStencil gift cards, is that I have set in my iPhone 2 alarms to go off between 1 and 4 o'clock, which is my 3 hours live. And when that alarm goes off, it's going to go off. I'll hear it before you guys do because there's about a 30-second lag. But when it goes off, whatever person is commenting at that time or closest to that time is going to win one of the $50 gift certificates. Now hey Ann, hey Erica. So, one of my reasons for doing that is to encourage the chat, because I think that's where people learn so much. Oh, you know what? I'm going to authorize links. Hang on. Let me turn on allow links. So now, usually on Ustreams, you can't type in a link. Like if we're talking about a product, like, where did I get these paints or whatever? I can tell you what it is. But then everybody's got to try to write it down. Did they write it down right? Blah, blah, blah. What if somebody can type in the link? It will function as a link, and I've set it up to allow that. If you do a blog that you want to link up to here, or you're a Ustreamer or a YouTuber, and you want to share your work with these guys that you know what they like, please share your links. I think it's the more we share, I think the better it always is. I hope there is a flood of chats, Jackie. Hey, LaDane from Oregon. Joycelyn, hi. So that's my purpose of doing the giveaway like that. So this is going to go off at some secret times between 1 and 4. And I can see the timeline running down your chat. So I'll know who wins before you guys know the alarm went off. But I'll show you the alarm when it went off, just to let you see what time it went off. I'm not cheating. It's very random, but it's gonna involve your participation. The calendar, I don't know how I'm gonna do the calendar. I don't want to do it all like that, because then I feel like the people that are on the other places following me that can't be on the stream today or aren't capable of streaming, I don't want to leave them out. So I might do the calendar another way, but the today's about iStencils, and I'm going to give away their 2 gift certificates on this stream. So here we go. With no further ado, let's get this show on the road. I got these out of the way. Oh, these are my little, you guys probably saw these, my little pencils cases that I made under duress with that friggin' sewing machine the other day. There's one. I put stills on my Facebook page. But I don't know if you guys all follow my Facebook page or not. But if you, I have my own Facebook page, Patti Tolley Parrish. But I also have an Inky Obsessions page. And that's where you'll find out the quickest if you want to really follow what all antics I get myself into. I feel like Lucille Ball. But there they are. So my Facebook page, if you go to facebook.com/Inky Obsessions, or if you just go to Facebook and up at the top on the search, type in Inky Obsessions and like that page, then you'll see all the crap I do. So, why am I not? Oh, hang on. I got my own. I'm trying to watch here so I can see what I'm doing. I got my own self screwed up here. Okay. I think I got it going here. You know, I just put my little space heater on. It's not too cold down here. But it was a little chilly. 5 hot flash, I'll be all good. These paints you guys see here, I got these at the Queen's Ink the other day when they had their big Christmas event. I went over and I did a live Gelli demonstration for the day for the customers that came in. And Patti had me use some of these to try them out, and I bought these. These are the high flow acrylics by Golden. I might break into those and try those later. But now, without further ado, let's get this party started, shall we? So I'm going to start. Hi, Oregon. Is it cold there? We were supposed to get this god-awful weather here in Maryland. And I got up this morning, it was 45 degrees. And now it was, before I came downstairs, it was 50. And whatever happens, it's going to be just rain, obviously. But who the hell even knows what's going to happen at this point? All right, I'm just going to start slinging some stuff around. Trying to follow the chat while I'm doing this. So don't forget, if you guys have a question or want to draw my attention to it, please type a capital Q and a colon, and that'll throw up that big blue Q icon, and that'll get my attention so I can try to respond to your question, which is the beauty of Ustream, I think, and what I'm trying to encourage for you guys. And you can learn so much and learn from each other with other products and suggestions and requests and all that crap. So that's my idea. So this iStencil, I really like this pattern. Of course, I like all the patterns I have because I bought them, or a lot of these actually. To be honest, the majority of iStencils I have were given to me by Sherry to do the demos, and I love this swirly pattern. I'm going to try to pick up the rest of this little bit of paint that's showing through there, and then pressing extra hard, get that thumb knuckle down in between and push the paper through the stencil and against that paint to suck that last little bit of paint off the paper. And then that'll make print number 2 a little bit lighter than the first one. I'll show them to you together. Wet brand metallic ink or pen uses the pencil cases, crafty ass. And I mean crafty ass in a very good way. That's the Daler Rowney little inks in the little glass jars with the stoppers in them. It's the FW acrylic inks. So see how much lighter this one is than this one? But they're still cool, still good, still the same print. Now, underneath it here, I have all the paint hiding underneath of the stencil. So, to get a reverse print, pull the stencil up, and all that yummy is going to be right here on this piece of paper. And what I like to do, and a lot of people don't do this, but I take the used stencil, put the paint side down on the back of that piece of paper, and kind of clean it. Ooh, Art Journey TV. That sounds cool. What is that? What is that link? Yeah, so to win, for the new ones that just came on, I am... Hey, Lou Jean. Hi, Michelle. I'm going to do the 2 iStencil giveaways. I've set my alarm on my iPhone for 2 different random times during my 3-hour live from 1 to 4. And whoever is chatting at the time that alarm goes off, the first one, because there's, multiple chats. You can watch your chat and you can see, looking at 114, there's multiple people that are responding during that same minute. I'll just pick the first one, whoever that is, on that minute that it goes off. So here's what came off the dirty, wet stencil. You dirty, dirty stencil. And here's the reverse, which you can see is the opposite of that, right? that came off my plate that was the paint left under the stencil. So you guys have been jelly plating a while, know that, but I want to try to go over some of the basic stuff too. With those that might just be beginning with the with iStencils. So I'm going to put a second layer on these. I like to layer them up when I do my jelly stencils. Hang on, I'm getting out of control here already. Find another pattern that I think might complement that one. This one complements anything. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do that in black though. Hang on. Overthinking myself here. I got too many to look through is the problem. Which really isn't a problem, honestly. That one. Oh, I told you I was going to tell you the names of those stencils. Actually, they're numbered. So this stencil is, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Can you see that? Wait a minute. Where's my camera? Hang on. It is 18-00009. 18-4 zeros and a 9. That's this one right here. And this is the 11 by 11. Almost all of mine are 11 by 11. And I get that because I'm using an 8 by 10 or an 8.5 by 11 jelly plate. And they fit over that. You know, I get a whole print. So, I don't know. Let's throw something like this on there and see what happens. So, let me have, what do I want? Give me something bright. I feel bright on a dreary day. Did you give the number of that first stencil? I missed it. I did. Hang on. The first stencil, if somebody could type this in so it's a record in the chat, that would be great. This number of this first stencil is 18-00009. And this paint, if you want to know what that was, it's just the Liquitex Basics and the bright aqua green. Love the color. So I think what I'm going to do, you know what? You said PBO. Let's PBO it in this pink color. This is the PBO, one of the acrylics that I love. It's blue, violet, and it's the Dyna colors. They have regular, thanks Rain, thanks guys for putting that up there. They have shimmer in them that's an a different color. Like this is called violet blue, but it looks like hot pink to me, but the shimmer in it is a blue. So let me show you. This is Yumalicious paint, and they make I think it's 8 or 9 different iridescent colors. You can see that might look more lavender. Oh, it does. On the camera, it looks really blue. To me, looking at it, it's hot pink, but it's that shimmer in there that you can see it change colors. That makes it awesome. Okay, I'm going to put this stencil on this one. And this stencil number is 27-00130. Hey, Pat. Again, that's 27-00130. And a lot of these are repeatable stencils, and I'll show you what I mean by that. I don't know if you can see it from that angle, but around the edge, you'll see the design continues. It's not punched out. That's so you can align it and go, like if you're going to do a wall or a tablecloth or something big, you can align it and have this be one continual pattern. And you'll see that on their website. They show that on those the stencils that are repeatable. Well, I don't know if I like that on that pattern or not. It might have been a little bit too much, but that's how you figure it out. You know, it's a piece of paper. What the hell? If you don't like it, you do something else or chuck it. But I'm going to switch up, and I'm going to put this on a plain piece of paper to pick up the rest of this, because I think that's a little too busy for that pattern, and I'll save those other turquoise ones for another pattern. Thanks, guys, for putting those numbers up for everybody. So, getting that thumb knuckle in there again. You know what? Blick does have the PBOs, but they are in a smaller tube, and they're more expensive. I get mine at fineartstore.com, and I think they're $4.99 for this 100 ml tube that I use. You can also find them in on Amazon, but some of the Amazon places are more expensive, and if you go to fineartstore.com, the shipping's reasonable, and they have all the colors. So see that shimmer hitting that? You can't hate that, people. You can't hate it. So now I got that underneath here. So I'll put another piece. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to change it up. And I think I'm going to go back and grab this first one, because now this is all hollow and I just have that grid down here. I'm going to see what I get out of that. See if I like that any better. Erica, you're on a Dick Blick abstinence program. I understand. Yeah, fineartstore.com. Oh, that's better. No, I like that better. And see where you can, where this overlap the teal, you can really see as I turn that, how that blue pops off of there. You see that shimmer? Where the hell's the can? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what, oh, I forgot to take this off. Let's see. Can I get it off on here? Just try to wipe it off on here. Probably not much will come off of this now because it's kind of dried. Just got a little bit off of there. But even that little bit still has that little pop of shimmer in it. You can't hate it, people. You just can't. You can try, but you can't hate it. So you got the number of this one, right? Yeah. Okay. Moving right along. Let's go back. Put a little papa on here. This is one of my favorite stencils from iStencils. And it's a repeat. Says it up there. And this number is 93. Can you see that? Wait, let me look. Hang on. Let me move something on my screen here so I can see if you can see. Hang on. How can I do that better? Put my hand behind it, perhaps. Man, there's a sweet spot there. I'll just keep saying the numbers. 93-00035. So, what I really like about this stencil is... Oh, what's that flame? What's that flame? Hang on. What am I missing? Red. Oh, where'd it go? Man, you guys are chatting it up here, baby. Somebody wants that $50 coupon. Oh, Christ, now I've went all the way to the top. Hang on. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Where am I? I am totally lost in the chat. I'm way back. Lord, Lord, Lord. Red and teal, purple and red. Oh, okay. Red and teal, purple and red. You know what? I love teal and purple together. I don't know where you got that flame, but I like it. It's cute. But this one right here, let me show you what this little stencil does. And I'm going to put my pop of black on there. I think everything I do in the art realm, if I put a little bit of black on there, it really makes the other colors pop. I love it. I think it makes a big difference. And I don't care what you say. That's what I think. Whew. Hang on. Let me get this baby down here. I don't know why black paints go on so much easier and smoother with less rolls than any other color. Haven't figured that out yet. So, here we go with this one. And watch, my children, what this will do to a print that's like, it's okay, not wild. Yeah, you never know when that alarm's going to go off for the first winner. So for the newbies that haven't done jelly plating yet, I'm using 110-pound cardstock. You can use anything. You can use deli paper, printer paper. This is what I like to use for some of the things that I use it for afterward, like making my note cards and envelopes that match and the books and stuff. When you do that, you have to remember that you're pushing 110 card stock through the holes of this stencil to touch the paint under it. So some of these stencils are really small. The holes are really small in there. So you have to really kind of get your thumb knuckle in there to get that whole pattern. And you'll feel that. You'll see it when you do it yourself. But I think that's a good tip to share. So there. There you go. Now do you see that 3D look where that looks like some vertical cylinders with a dot on them? And that shimmer behind it? Yeah, Michelle, I think either black or white, depending on what you've got, what you're working with, really does bring it out. But you can't tell me you hate that, people. I'm telling you. Will you show some of your finished items during the video? Text Recycler, what's your name and what would you like to see? Squirrel. Yeah, so I mean, that really looks cool, doesn't it? It does look 3D. I guess you guys can see that on camera, but it looks 3D to me. So there you go. I'm going to try to grab another little bit because there's more. You can see it's still more on the plate, right? Try to get a little bit more off of there. And now I'm pushing even harder because there's less paint to get through that hole. So I am encouraging the cardstock to get down in there and suck the rest of that paint off through the pattern so I can get a second print. And that's why, one reason I put a little teensy bit more paint on my plate than a lot of people do. And instead of just mono printing, I guess I get duo printing. That's just a little bit a fainted kind of thing. But it still put a little something something on there. And honestly, to look at that like that, I'm not really wild about that. However, if you take little bits of that and you fold it up like it's a card or something, you know, and you only see a little piece of it, it will look really cool. Trust me. I know, I've seen me do it. So, now I got that paint underneath here. Now here is, you know what I'm going to do? Let me show you this little, I don't know if you want to call it a trick, but it's something I did before that I thought turned out cool. Now let's see if I can duplicate it. I'm going to leave this paint on here, and it's still wet. And I'm going to take one of my PBO paints. Let's take the green. This is green yellow. Dinah, and it's iridescent. Green yellow. And I'm going to put a little bit of this on my plate, and I'm going to brayer it over lightly because I don't want to disturb the black. I just want that green to go in those holes if I can get it there. And you can see it's kind of doing that from what you can see on the plate now. And that's a lot of paint on there. But what I'm going to do is push this down pretty steady. Oh, do you have them all, Rain? They are. Yummy. That red blue, I could just eat that out of the tube. Not recommended, people. Don't come back to me and tell me you poisoned yourself because you ate the damn paint. I'm going to clean this off on the back too. So don't forget, anybody that joined, I am going to randomly pick a winner when my iPhone alarm goes off with whoever's chatting for that minute, and the first one that has chatted into that minute. Does that make sense? Like if you look at your timeline, you can see right now I'm looking at 1:30. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 people already. I'll pick the first one. For example, that would have been Lou Jean. Almost congratulations, but the alarm didn't go off. But that's how it's going to work. And I set 2 random times between 1 and 4 p.m. That's how I'm going to do it. Because I want to try to encourage Ustream, and I want to encourage chatting. Because you guys can share a lot, get to know each other. I opened up the links, so you can put links, share your links if you have a blog or a website for product. Can you move the black? Oh, sorry. Thank you. I get a little carried away. I end up dragging it closer to myself. Thanks for the reminder. We'll see how that works. Do these paints have a long open time? They kind of do. Yeah, oh! Hello? Guess what's happening? And can you see the time? It's 1:31. So let's see. LaDane, you got the first $50 gift certificate. I know I'm 30 seconds ahead of you guys, so you might not have seen me, but there was the alarm at 1:31, and LaDane was the first one. LaDane wins. Okay. Oop, I showed the other time. Now I got to change it. What a dumbass. Okay, had 2:15 up there, but I'm going to change that, so don't think that's it. But 1:31, LaDane, you the girl. Yay, LaDane wins. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Don't want anybody screwing me up. So LaDane, you need to get me your email address. You don't have to put it on here on the chat. If you go to my Facebook page, you can message me and get that. Yay! So what's going to happen, LaDane, is when you give me your email address, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. So when you get me your email address, I'll send that to Sherry at iStencils, and she is going to send you a code to use, and you can go shopping for $50 worth of iStencils for you. So now I got to go change the damn alarm because I outsmarted myself and showed you the time. What a silly girl. Let's see, 1:30. Now this is anywhere between now and 4 o'clock. So I just set another one, but I'm not showing you this time. All right. So now this kind of reminds me of a grunge sort of a thing. See how that looks kind of, you get a lot of that pop of shimmer from that, the PBO green, yellow that's down there. But it also has a grunge look to it because it's not completely clear. It's kind of dirtied from the black. And you still see a little bit of that. See those blue squares underneath of there? That's the blue shimmer from that pink, the violet blue paint we used earlier. Groovy? Yeah. So there. So now I got this goodness down here on my paper. And I'm going to let that dry for a second. It's still a little wet. I know I can't use my heat gun. I'm going to fan it like I'm having a hot flash. Yes, LaDane gets a $50 gift certificate from Sherry at iStencils. So LaDane, probably the easiest way for you to contact me is to go, I don't know, do you Facebook? If you Facebook, go there, go to my Inky Obsessions page, and then send me a personal message with your email address in it. Back up my phone. Back up your phone. Huh? trying to dry off my plate if anybody's just coming in. I haven't totally lost my gourd yet. Yet, I say yet because it's possible at any moment. So I'm going to show you what I like to do with a dirty plate. A lot of people now would take a baby wipe or some Purell or spray water and wipe that off. Do not do that. Oh, Sandy, let me tell you. I could have live in an igloo and have hot flashes that would take that puppy down to a puddle. What I like to do is lift this up on like a cleanup print. Hey, Michelle, kind of sorry, but you're going to love them, so you'll thank me in the long run. You might cuss me now for spending your money, but, they're awesome. So I want to clean that up through a pattern. And I saw a nice, here it is. I bought this stencil intentionally. I like the design because I like circles. But this is a good one to show you this, technique that I'm going to do. Instead of wasting all this mishmash here. Now this stencil number is 27-00035. 27-00035. So what I'm going to do is, this is kind of dry. Yeah, kind of dry. I like to take Titan Buff. You can use white. You can use any light color. Oh, I know, Rain. Some people say they come back, or they've had them for 20 years. I'm like, good God. That moment has passed, and now lag time. Oh! PBO. This is PBO. It's a paint. PBO Studio Acrylics. They have a whole line of paints, of acrylic paints. They have the regular non-shimmery flat colors. But the ones that I could eat off the plate are called the Dinah colors, right? Dinah, won't you blow? Leave that there. And they're iridescent colors. So this is violet blue. It looks like a hot pink violet color paint, but it's got blue iridescence in it. And then here's one that is green blue. Here's one that is red blue. There's like 8 or 9 different colors. Blue, black, red, blue, green, yellow. So this plate's kind of dry now. And I'm going to sprinkle on, I like to use this fluid acrylic. You don't have to use this. I don't know why I started using it for this, and I just always do now. But it's the Titan Buff. It's just, barely an off-white color. And sprinkle some of that around. Brayer that on. And what I'm going to try to do, what I'm going to attempt to do, is let that wet paint now kind of marry to that dry paint underneath. And lift it off, which will clean my plate and give me a really random kind of a print. Now you could do this and just put a piece of paper down and pull the whole thing off and have a sheet of paper like that. But since I like stencils, this is the way I do it. I put something down like this, try to center it, right? And now take this and try to lift that dirty plate paint off, but lift it off in a pattern. And sometimes it comes out really nice. Sometimes it comes out just kind of ugly, but not usually. It's pretty good. Snow and sleet coming down in Maryland. Ah, where are you, Joycelyn? Are you Joycelyn from Edgemere? Because out here in oh, it is snowing now. Oh, I just looked out my window. What the hell? Last time I looked at the thermometer, it was 50 degrees. Hey, Tam. Oh, I just had an idea of something I haven't done in a while that I'm going to do. Oh, paper cut. Sweet Moses. Call 911. Mama's bleeding. Okay, so I'm really giving this an extended, harder pushing down on the paper and a longer time because I want that wet paint to really attach to that dry. So I get a clean plate. Here's the only powder using. Yep, thank you. Yep, that's it. Fine Art Store. That's the ones, baby. Yes. Hi, Joycelyn. How are you feeling? All right, I'm going to take a peek. Here we go. So it's kind of random, but see what we get. Oh, I didn't catch what your ailment was that you're going through all that for. I hope it's not as serious as it may be, and that you are handling the treatments well. Been through some treatment myself, girl. But now you can see where it picked up. Can you see that shimmer over in here where it picked up the layers of the PBO that was left on the plate? You guys see that? Trying to find the damn sweet spot in these lights. There you go. I can see a little bit of blue going on in there. But that, it completely cleaned off my plate, except for under the stencil. And guess what we get there? We get a reverse print of that. So that's what I'm going to get with that grungy look. Good. I'm glad, Joycelyn. I hope this passes some of your time. Let's see if I can get any of this off of the back of here. We were supposed to have a really bad weather day, and I woke up and it was 50 degrees and nothing. And but now it's snowing, so I guess the temperature dropped pretty quickly. Did I give you the number of this one? Yeah, 00035. So that's just the back of the stencil. But here is the rest of the grunge part that it picked up. Groovy. And you can see over here, you can see some of the green and some of the blue shimmer mixed in there. Now, and you wouldn't think it so, but if you just took this and made an envelope out of it and just a little bit of this peek out here and there, it really does look cool. I'm telling you, I would not lie to you people. I'm going to come back to this one and I'm going to do something. I'm doing something. That's all there is to it. I'm going to do something. I'm going to take Golden's Fluid Acrylic in the Gold Iridescent Fine. And, oh yeah, Pat, that would be good. A Zentangle in that open design. Yeah, I can see that. I'm going to put a little teeny weeny bit of this on my plate. Get on there. And I'm going to brayer this on. Just a thin layer. This one I'm not worried about so much a double print. If there's enough there, I'll put it on something else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my catalyst tools, one of these wedges, these little numbers, and I'm just going to do something real, like, randomy through there. Randomy's a word. Don't question it, people. It's a word in my dictionary. So that's what I got on the plate, right? Put it on here. Very light touch on this one. Ooh, hello. Very light. Oh, I'm off. Am I off the screen again? Here we go. That's pretty cool, huh? Like it. Can't hate it. I don't care what you say. You can't hate that. Yummalicious. So let's take this right here and try to pick up just the rest of this. Just for shits and giggles, as they say. So that's just kind of spotty on there. But I'm going to make, because I need to make some for one of my friends for Christmas, some of my note cards and envelopes that I make out of these prints. With just that little pop of gold in there. When you fold that up and make an envelope, and then I take a little strip for whatever's left on here, and then tape it to the bottom of a blank white note card. Telling you, it ain't too shabby. So, let's carry on, shall we? Let's do something in a different color family. Wait a minute, I seem to be missing one of my favorite PBOs. Hold the presses, alert the media. I have green blue, and I have blue green. They look the same in the tube, but they're very different when you put them on the plate. They really are. Can you just send me your finished paper? I have too many ideas on how to use I might be able to do that, Mary. I'll send you some. Send me your address. Not on here, because I won't be able to catch up with it, and then it's public. All these other crazy people will be seeing your address. You never know who's watching, you know what I mean? Present company excluded, of course. Okay, let me grab another stencil. You know what? Let's just do one of my favorite ones. This 3D number. I mean, I don't know how you cannot like this. Honestly. And you know what we're going to do? I'm going to take my green blue and my blue green and mix them up. That's what I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to... oh no. Oh, hello. Excuse me. That was the paint tube. Don't look at me funny. I wish they would too, Lou Jean. I've said the same thing. I just checked the website the other day thinking, gosh, by now they would have come out with some new ones. I would love to have control of that decision. Oh, come on, people. Let's mix it up here. Now, I don't know if you can tell on the plate. It's subtle, but it's very different. How can it be subtle but very different? Seems contradictory, doesn't it? I know. I'm a contradiction of terms myself. What's the number of that stencil? Good question, and thanks for the reminder. It is 27-00107. 2700107. And this is probably my favorite. And you're about to see why. I didn't call anybody crazy, really. I know, Sandy. I've thought about that, too. I can come up with better name than blue-green. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Let's see what we're going to get here. Oh, hell yeah. Now, can you see the difference where you see green and you see blue? The background looks kind of all turquoise when you see it from a distance, but you can see subtle differences. Like right in here, I really notice, if you guys can see that. Where the hell am I? Like right in through here, I see green and then I see blue. I could just be blacking out. What the hell do I know? And you know what I might do? Let's try this over top of this. I'm going to put that over top of here. There's still more paint on there. That might look kind of cool. I know, Barbara, is that not the coolest stencil? So in case anybody's just joined, the chat is flying, and which I'm really grateful for. That's what I wanted to do, is encourage the chat, because you guys will learn a lot from each other and can ask me questions. And for those of you new, I know there's someone here today that may be in the background not chatting yet, but jump in there and do it, because it's a bunch of nice ladies, although some are crazy, just saying. But that makes them special, you know what I mean? And you learn so much. I've enabled the links, so if you have a blog, share your blog, share your YouTube channel, or a link for products or whatever. I love that. And you know what's cool about these second prints is the paint kind of pulls up against the edge of all the holes in the stencils. And you kind of get, although this isn't my favorite combination now that I've done it, but that's okay, it's a piece of paper. You can see around the edges, it almost looks shaded because that paint has pulled up and caused that natural kind of a shading effect. I like it. But now, guess what I got underneath of here? A little reversey. I know what you mean, Joycelyn. Try doing this and watching the chat. I'm about to fall off my damn chair. I have to go get one of Dave's belts and strap myself in. $400 bottles of nail polish. That sounds like something I'd do. Back when I had fingernails, I used to always get acrylics done in a French manicure, and I did it when I was still doing my lamp work. Set my thumbnail on fire one day in the torch. Christ. I had a bead going on the torch, and I turned around to reach for something, and in goes my thumb. Didn't even feel it. Bent back over, turned around, looked. There's flames coming off my thumb. Looked like Lucille Ball when she set her notes on fire. Like, what the hell? Blew it out. My nail was all black. Never did hurt me. But then when I started doing all this inky stuff, I thought, you know what? I can't keep a manicure anymore. I'm going to have to look like I have man hands and just deal with it. So there's just a little bit that I got off of the... Oh, I think I'm scooching out of the screen again. Sorry about that, guys. That's what I got off the back of the stencil. And here is the reverse, and you can see a good example of that different color shimmer in this one. So even though you know, the colors look so much alike in the tube, they really are different. Let me throw that one up in the stack. So did everybody get this number? Where the hell is it? 2700107. That's one of the 3D stencils. And they have several different designs, and just had some new ones several months ago that they added that were pretty cool. And here's one that they added a few months ago that's 3D. This one is 49-00002. 49, 4 zeros and a 2. That's pretty cool too. So let's see, where are we? Oh, let's do this one. Let's do something badass, shall we? This is a badass stencil. And I mean that literally. The brand is Badass. It's number 6032. It's called Chaotic. Really cool stencil. And what I love about these Badass stencils is the edge of the stencil is also part of the pattern. So depending on the plate you use, depending on the plate that you use, this will show some of those edges on it, or you can arrange it so it will. Now I'm using the 8x10 plate that is sold everywhere today, but I have one that's 8.5 by 11 because I took a 12 by 14 and I cut her down so that it goes right to the edges of my paper. And when I use that plate with these, I get a frame of this outline all the way around it, which is really cool. But if you're using the standard 8x10, you can kind of like nudge it a little bit to try to get some of this to show around the edge. The Badass ones really are fun. And they have a whole different section. If you look at the home page on iStencils, and to the left there's a column, and you can go right to the Badass stencils. So they're a nice fit for this size plate too. And you can use them on any plate, really. It's just, you know, the 6x6, it's going to be bigger than that, and the 12x14, it's going to be smaller than that. That ain't rocket science, people. So let me, oh, you know what I'm going to do? This would look really cool in a combination. Hang on, let me find it. So this is a PBO Studio acrylic, but it's just a flat one called Oriental Violet. Doesn't have any shimmer in it. But watch what happens, people. When I put this, when I put this down, oh Lord, I have another new one in there. It's tricky to cut, Joycelyn. It gave me a fit, and it's still not, again, it's the tube. It's still not just right, but I got it pretty close. And then mix, of all things, green yellow. Pat, deli paper, I don't know where you live, but go to any of the big box stores like Costco, BJ's, Sam's, and they sell pop-up boxes of it where you can, you know, like tissues. Amazon, yeah, Amazon has it. So I'm going to mix a little bit of this around. Oh, you know what? I should have done this kind of separate, and I didn't. So we'll just have to deal with my brain or lack of today. All right, just trying to smear this around. And now I'm going to, let me get some of that off. I'm going to try to keep this a little bit separate, and then I'm going to blend it because I want you to see what happens. It's magic. Get some of that off. Okay, now watch when we go blendy here in the middle. It actually creates a really nice bronze color. I would have never thought that. The purple is PBO called Oriental Violet. All right, so damn squeaky brayer. Woo. All right, let's see what we get. So I'm going to try to get a little bit of that edge in there. And this stencil has a lot of little tiny places in it, so I give it a good thumb knuckle right upside the head. We don't have that store in Atlanta. You don't have any like Costco or Walmart, not Walmart, Sam's or BJ's in Atlanta? You can get it on Amazon too, Pat. I would thought for sure Atlanta had those stores. We have offices down in Atlanta. I get down there every once in a while. On Alpharetta, actually. I mean, for my real job. Okay, paper's curling. That means it's getting a little bit wet with paint. Let's see what we got. Oh, hello, Mama. Pretty cool. You can see where some of that green is over the purple and giving it a little bit of bronze shimmer, and right through this area you can see a lot of that bronze combo come up. Oh yeah, I use pink and yellow a lot to get that hot coral color. But isn't that cool? Love it. And that took most of the paint up. You know what, I'm just going to take this and see if I get any more out of it. I don't think I will get much, but might be enough to make an envelope out of it. That's what I have in mind when I do these. Some of them are come out so nice that I want to frame them. And I don't mean to sound cocky when I say that. It's the stencils that's making it happen, not so much me. But some of them don't. And a lot more don't than do sometimes, let me tell you. But when you fold them up into an envelope, I have one of those We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch boards. They sell for like 20 bucks. And I'm sure you guys have seen my cards. Yeah, see, just a little teeny weeny bits came off of that. Looks like little feathers laying on there, but that's okay. But guess what I got under here? I got all that. Yes, I do. So get that smushed down. Put that on here. Get all that goodness off the bat. Yeah, I've made some journals out of my jelly prints too, and people will look at them and say, well, what are you supposed to do with that? Just look at the pictures? Well, you know, a lot of people do art journaling. And I look at it as kind of an instant background book. You know, you can add whatever layers you want to it, and there's the reverse. See what I mean? It's just too damn cute. Okay, there's Badass. Let me find an Alex Hansen. This is one of my favorite Alex Hansen stencils. And this also looks 3D when you use it. And this is Alex Hansen called Space Skin number 007. And there's also another number on here, A like Alfred, H like Harry, 9 dash SS like Sam 007. So that's A H 9 dash SS 007. So I guess that SS 007 means Space Skin 007. Alex Hansen 9. I'm figuring out the code. You can't get one over on me, people. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do something, even if it's wrong. Let's take something I'm not that wild about. Let's take this one. Little Papa on here. You know what I should do, mate? No, let's do it with that. Never mind. Squirrel. Little Papa Black. I think Alex Hansen stencils come in a small and a large, if I'm not mistaken. Oop, get off of me. Get off me. All right, let's see. On my 8.5 by 11, I get a little bit of a black border around this one. And his stencils are 8 by 10. So this will go right up to the edge of your stencil, which means on your print, you're only going to get this little bit of design. And of course, that little moon over here where he puts his AH, or his logo. Now let's see what happens. Yeah, you know, even if you don't do jelly cards and envelopes out of the whole jelly print, if you take a piece you don't like, you know, and you just take a punch and punch a little piece of that out of there and then put that on a white card, it really pops. Little peeky. There we go. Looks like Slinkies. I like it. And just that little bit, I mean, I think that looks really cool. And it makes my print I didn't like so much a little bit more likable. Now, if you're going to use this as a journal page, you could even journal around each one of those arches. But that's a Slinky if I've ever seen a Slinky. Just telling you. So let me, ooh, what did I just knock over? Oh, just paper towels. No crisis yet. Let's see, I can't mess this one up much further, so let me clean this up. Get the next print out of that. How do I do the heart? Not sure what you mean, Erica, if you're talking to me. Oh, you're talking about the icon. What the hell do I know? Yeah, I was on Carolyn Dubie's the Jelly Plate party a couple times. I put stuff out there, and then I kind of forget to do it. Oops. Okay, that just picked up a little bit and made what is an ugly print even uglier. You too can do this at home. Oh, Christ. Let me pick up this one. And you know what we should do? I'll tell you what we should do. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to pick this one up like we did that green grungy one, like this. That's what we're going to do. But I'm going to do pink grungy. Let's see how that comes out. Try not to mess up the black under because that's still wet. I just want to gently put some pink over those open bits. You can see on the plate what it's doing. And I've never seen all these icons before. That's pretty cool. Clean off the stencil on the back of this one. And you know, when you, another reason I do this is not just to clean. I don't wash my stencils. That's all I would do if I wash my stencils, seriously. But I do try to mop off whatever's wet on there while I can, which is another reason I do this. But if I'm going to do books, and I'm going to do, depending on how I put the pages in, I've got something going on both sheets of paper. You know what I mean? Oh, no. Speaking of dogs, where's my Mojo? Mojo! Mojo, Mojo! Come and see! He's probably laying up on the bed, all snoozed out. Poor thing, he's got such a rough life. Look at that, picked up the badass stencil in the border. Grunge, pink slinky. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, but you know what I'm going to do now. Look what's on here. Hot flash fan again, fanning off my plate to dry that up so I can lift it through another stencil. I know which one I'm going to use this time too. It's a really cool one. Okay, be prepared. I'm going to yell. Don't let it scare you. Mojo! Come here. Oh, hear those footsteps. Here he comes. Come here, pups. Come here and say hi to the ladies. Come here. I'm going to take the camera down. Buckle in. Come here, Mojo. Where's my puppy? There he is. There's my Mojo. Hi, sweetheart. Are you laying upstairs all by yourself? Is Sissy laying with you? Huh? Come here. Come over here. Mojo. Give me see your pretty face. There's my baby. There's my puppy. Yeah, there he is. Hi, Aunt Lucine's on the phone. You want her to come and walk you? Huh? You want her to come and walk you? I know. You're a good boy. Why don't you lay down on Mojo's bed? Come on. Lay down on Mojo's bed. Go ahead. That's my Bobby. How cute is he? He is the sweetest little thing. Oh, God, I'm looking at my... That's my Mojo. He's such a sweet thing. Babe, she's a little crazy, but she's sweet too. I know, he is. He's at the other side of the room looking over at me all wiggy. Yes, he is. Let's see, is this dry? Getting there, almost. All right. Thank you. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. That's my Momo baby. He's a good boy. Okay, I'm going to lift this through this stencil. Aww. Black lab puppy. I'm telling you, there's nothing cuter than lab puppies and golden puppies. In my humble opinion, all puppies are cute, but oh man, they're so sweet. I'm going to pull that through this. It looks like different size kind of drops and dots to me. And there's a lot of open space on this, and that's why I like to pull it through with this kind of design. So this one is 04-00025. 04-00025. Let's give her a go, shall we? I'm going to go back to my Titan Buff. They are. Even an ugly puppy is cute. Just that baby, like, wiggy, like, yay, squinky-eyed, wiggy butt. How can you not love that? It just really hacks me the hell off when I see somebody hear about an animal being abused. I don't care what it is. That just really yanks my chain. Not in a good way. Clean up print. Here we go. And I'm cleaning up through a stencil again. And this be the stencil. I really like this one too. I like because it's so open. I like to have some that are different, you know, that have a close pattern like one of these or one of this one, and then a big open pattern, and then something more skinny for like the Papa Black thing, so it doesn't hide everything on top, but it gives you that, you know, little something extra to add. And that's what I keep in mind when I try to stack mine up. What you looking for, Mo? Come here, baby. Lay down on Mojo's bed. Lay down here with Mommy. That's a good boy. Go ahead, lay down on Mojo's bed. He's got a big bed underneath my table. He usually lays there. There he goes. That's a good puppy. That's my good boy. Where's your sissy? I haven't heard a peep out of her in a while. The lag drives me nuts. I hear ya. Okay, I'm pushing extra long and extra hard on this again to get that wet paint to marry up to that dry stuff that's on there. And I've used several PBO shimmery paints, so we should get those little glints of that shine in some of this, right? Take a little peek, see if it's, there we go, sucking it up. Oh, cool. You see those stripes from that last Alex Hansen Slinky design? I can see some of the little feathery bits from the Badass one. Can you guys see all that that's in there? Yeah, 2:15. You guys can shut up at 2:15. I changed the time. But did I change it to 2:14 or 2:16? You don't know. But look at all those. There. Let me see if I can bring it up closer. If you can. I don't know if that'll focus right or not. But there's so many little interesting bits in there. Here you can see circles from the 3D one that are in the blue. You know, you can't hate that. And let's go down and grab this. A little bit of yummy. Now I got to figure out how to give away my calendar. How am I going to do that? Pull up a screen, flip it around, point to a name, and that's who gets her. Yeah, I really like this one. I like that little random dot through there too. So you can see that's just barely anything came off of there. And that's fine. And here's the negative bit from that one. Right? And look what's on here. Even more stuff that I can pull up. So when you get to this stage, when you've used it enough and you've built up those layers, and then you only pull off parts of it through a stencil, I could go in now and do another cleanup with a different shaped stencil and get little bits in that. And it's like it's never ending once you get it to that point. Which I love. Gotta tell you. I love that part. let me see what do I have here going on. What's going on? Let me do something to this. What can I do to you? Oh, you know what looks good with that? Where are you? I know you're in here somewhere. Hang on. Here we go. Just this. A little pop of black over that. Yeah, I make up my own language and words. Kind of like Norm Thompson, if you remember him. I'm going to use this swirl for my papa. And this is kind of like a grungy swirl. If you can see the little bits that are around there, it's not clean cut. See all this little raggedy stuff that's in there? This one is 27-00098. 27-00098. Here we go. You know, do I have... Hang on. Shading gray. What the hell is that? I'm looking at these new high flows thinking I haven't used those yet. Honestly, when I was at the Queen's Ink the other day using those, I can't say they were my favorites on the plate, although Terry, who I learned jelly plating from in the first place, that works there and does classes there on the jelly plate, loves them. So I don't think I had a fair shot. I didn't know I'd be demoing when I was over there, so I didn't bring any of my stuff that I'm used to using. So I was using all their stuff, and I don't know if I got them a fair shot. So I bought the damn things to try them here. So here we go with this one. Going for a little swirly papa. And most of them, I do most of my prints, I go back and do like 3 layers, sometimes 4. But this one, I think you only need 2 and it comes out really cool. I think. I'm going to try those, Joycelyn, before it's over with. I'm going to crack into those and try a few and see what they do. Another thing I do when I'm trying to push this, I know that there's swirls under there, so that's why I'm trying to go in a circle to try to maybe hit some of that pattern. I would love to, Jackie, but I can't, you know, I work full time and I can't really afford to do that on my own. But I would love to at some point get to a place where a store would pay for my way to come there to do that. So that's some grungy swirls on top of that little papa, and I like it. Yeah, it's 110 pound cardstock. I buy it by the ream at Staples. That's all that is that. And I don't think it looks so bad. Let me pick up some on the back of this one and see what we get. There's a little bit more paint down there. Oh, you know what? I like this side better, so I'm going to save that and do it here because I don't think it's going to come out so great. Yeah, I'm a swirly girl. I like circles and swirls. Yeah, see, that didn't pick up much at all. So, but it did add a little bit of interest to that. So that's okay. That's okay. So, you know what? I think I'm going to grunge this one up. I think I am. And I'm going to use a blue-green, so it kind of maybe comes out like a patina on copper kind of look. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? I think I just need a little bit of paint on that. I did one of these the first time I did it, and it did come out looking like it was patinaed. It looked really cool. Sometimes you can duplicate it, sometimes you can't. Okay. I'm not pushing hard. I'm just letting it lay there a little bit longer. I'm trying to put even pressure because I don't have a stencil to go through, right? So I'm not pushing in one little tiny place. I'm just pushing an even flat hand all over it. Okay. That's kind of cool. One angle you can see it like all shimmer. See if I can catch that for you right there, right around there. All right, groovy. Guess what we have here? Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't clean this off. So let me do that and try to blot off some of this on the back. I haven't seen Sherry on today. She's got a lot going on right now. I wasn't sure if she'd be able to join us for the stream or not. But for the winners, I'm going to email her their emails and she will get in touch with you with your code that you need to use to get your free $50 like Ladane. That alarm could go off at any time. Just saying. So if you just joined and you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Hey Katie, there you go. I have set my iPhone alarm at a mystery time and it's going to go off sometime during the chat as it did earlier at 1:31. It went off and whoever's chatting at 1:31 gets the next got the first $50 gift certificate. From iStencils. And what I'm doing for the next one, oh damn, that perked up more than I thought it would. But you know what, that makes a really cool envelope like that, honestly. So I have another alarm set, and it's going to go off, and when it goes off, the first person chatting at that minute gets the next $50. Now, 1:30. Do you see the timeline on your chats? Ladane was the first one on that 1:31 on my timeline. That's how I came up with her. Even though there's a lag, I think you guys should see that same time. I'm assuming you do. What the hell do I know? So I'm going to pick this up through another stencil. And let's see which one I'm going to use for that. Oh, let's do this. Here's a nice open one. Looks like stained glass to me. Mojo, what you doing there, baby? You're knocking mommy's table around. That's a good boy. Lay down. That's my puppy. Where's the number? Okay, this one is number 27-00141. Oh, the iPhone case, Michelle. I know. I really like that. I like that print so much. I put that in my calendar too. That's one of the month's pictures. That's my colors. That purple turquoise. Love it. So this one is 27-00141. And I'm going to lift up another print through this. A little bit of golden fluid Titan buff, just because I don't want it white. I'm going on white paper. I want it to have some kind of little bit of color. There we go. And this is another good one for this because you get a lot of that space opened up to pick up. Oh, thanks about the calendar. Trying to keep up with you guys. Good Lord. I think I've created a monster. But, you know what? I don't know. Thought it sounded like a good idea at the time, but that's what I'm going with. Oh, thanks, Ladane. I actually sent one. Let's see, Dee, are you on the chat, Dee Spillane? If you are, I don't know your name. Say hi if you are. She wanted one of my calendars, and I ordered one for her today that she wanted to buy. I had several people say they wanted to buy them, and I mean, I really thought that, I was really flattered by that, but the reason I showed it was to show, like, hey, you guys can do this on iPhoto. And I had about 12 people contact me that they wanted to buy my calendar. So if you really, 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 really want one, email me on the side and we'll figure out how to do it. But so there you go. You got some random goodness on that kind of a grunge page. Well, you can't, Lou Jean, you can't just order it. I have to order it for you. It's through iPhoto, through my account. When I go through checkout, I put your address in it, have it sent right to you. But it uploads the pictures to iPhoto, and then Apple prints them, assembles it, and sends it to you. Jackie, if you really want one, hon, just email me on, it's easiest to do it on Facebook if you're on there. Again, my Facebook art page is Inky Obsessions, and that's where I post the most stuff. So that's the easiest way to get a hold of me. You know, I'm just gonna charge $35 with tax and everything. It's almost that, and by the time you PayPal me with the fees, that's just cents more than a break even, I think, at that point. So I'm not really making much on them. The calendar itself is $19.99, but by the time you add tax and shipping and the PayPal fees, it gets you up there. I forget what their shipping fee is. $8, I think. It wasn't cheap for the shipping. So here's the reverse, where I just got those little bit of lines of that stuff. Hello, everybody. Just joining. Hello. Here's another one I really like. Let's do this on something. This is like gator skin. I like it. Oh, it's still snowing here. What do you know? This number for this gator skin, or reptile skin is what I don't know what the hell it is. I call it gator skin. It's 89-00275. 89-00275. And I really like this one. So let's do, I don't know, let's do some kind of gator color. Do I have any gator colors? I guess we can come up with something. I don't know if I've ever seen a lime green gator before, but let's throw a little brown in him. That's too dark. Let's throw this one in. Oops. Lord. All right. Let's just smush up. Scatter it around. Let's put another color brown in there. Maybe this one. This darker one. A little bit of that. Now we got to get some green in there. Let's put some PBO in there. Green, yellow. It's going to be one flashy gator. Like a pair of shoes like this. That says olive green, but that's a bright damn olive if you ask me. Alright, I don't get too much paint on there. Let's see what we come up with. Oh, look, camo. And I don't want to do this too much and blend them to come up with one ugly ass color. But I want to smush them around enough. Oh, look at you, you little gator. I got this, one of my girlfriends on Facebook said, when she saw me doing my painted collages the other day, she said, oh man, I would love one of those, something like that, in a floor cloth. I thought, I never thought about a floor cloth. So I start looking it up, and then I found a website that sends them already hemmed and everything, because we know I got an issue sewing. I can't imagine trying to do a damn floor cloth. I would shoot myself just after heaving that damn sewing machine out the window. So I got one that's all hemmed, so there's no sewing involved. But that's going to be my next thing to do, is paint that sucker up. But I can't decide how I want to do it and what colors I want to do. Let's see what we got. Ooh, look at you, you little gator. Ah, that came out pretty cool. Look at that little bit of shimmer in there. It turns some of those browns kind of gold. That came out kind of good. I like it. And I got almost all that paint up. Where's another ugly print I can add that to? Let's try this one again. Clean up the little bit of holes of paint. Yeah, I know you can buy the floor cloth in rolls and like yardage, but I bought one that it's 2 by 3, 2 foot by 3 foot, and it's like a finished carpet cloth canvas. And then I bought the sealer that they sold with it, that they recommended sealing it with. So that's going to be I can't wait to get in there and start doing that. Yeah, see, that just picked up that little bit that was here and there. Didn't get much of that at all. But that's okay. I got something good underneath it here. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Come to mama. I really like this one. I hope you guys can see how that gold and that green kind of flashes in there a little bit. That'll make a nice purse. Matching shoes. Not that I recommend killing an alligator. So, gator. I really do like this stencil. Did you guys get the number of this one? And this is a repeater. See what I mean by that? See how this, see where you can see that guide of where you'd line up the next print? You'd find this print in the pattern and then line it up and keep on going. Where the hell's the number? 89-00275. Let's see what I got on here. Oh, that's cool. Ooh. Oh, hello, lover. That's cool where you see that shimmer off just these little lines through here. That looks cool. That makes the white open spaces look like they're floating above it from here in person. I don't know if you guys see that or not. Could be me hallucinating from trying to read the damn chat. little dizzy between my roller going like this and Mojo's tail going like this and me trying to watch the chat. It's all I can do to stay upright. So that was that one. Let's see. What else do I have in my little bag of tricks here? I have almost too many to pick from. Oh, I really like this one. This one reminds me of like Cocopelli, Southwesty, kind of a tribal thing. Love this. So we're going to do this one. Thanks, guys. 36-00121. 36-00121. So, let's see. What are we going to do for that one? Southwest. Southwest. I'm feeling turquoise. Come here, you little lover. Turquoise and some orange, but I have to do that in another layer or we're going to end up with mud. So let's do something turquoise and purpley, maybe. Those? Yeah, what the hell. Yep, I'm going to get some coral in there, but I'm going to do it in another layer so I don't end up with mud. Remind me to oil my brayer. You know what? This is getting a little bit too painty. Put this aside for some collage fodder. There we go. And this one's a little loosey-goosey, but it's like that because of the pattern. You just have to be careful with it. And... ah, damn, I missed over here. I wanted to get that in. I'm a little cattywampus. Yeah, I know. I need to oil that damn thing or throw it out with my sewing machine and get another one. Yeah, purple and teal's my favorite too. Anything turquoise. Turquoise and orange. Of course, I got to do that in another layer, but... hello. I can grab another one while this is wet. There's still enough on there because I put a little bit... when I mix my colors on the palette, or on the right on the plate, I get a little bit too much on there. I know. I'm serious, though. I sit in here for hours sometimes doing this, and I'm like, Jesus... God, that thing's going to drive me bonkers. Then I get into my zone. I don't even hear it, rather. I think everybody likes like a teal turquoise color. How can you not like it? Really? Ooh, look how that... oh, that's cool. It looks a little sketchy. But look how it pulled up some of the stuff that was on the plate and got some shimmer in there from a different brown that was in there from the gator. Not half bad. Now this ought to be cool. Oh, yes, look at you. Come to mama. You know what I think I might do? I'm going to do like a double-decker sandwich here. So I got this one down, picking up what's on the plate. You follow me? New piece of paper down against this one. And instead of cleaning the stencil off on the back of the other print, there's a lot of paint on here, and I think I might get another decent print out of this. So I'm going to just throw that on. Probably crooked, but it is what it is. Yeah, see, that's a little crooked on there, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's see what we got on here. Oh, I even like the reverse of that one. Yeah, mama. Love you. Okay. So now, what was I thinking about doing over top of that one? I saw another one in here I wanted to grab. Where are you, stencil? Oh, you know what? I'm a-thinking. Oh, here's another one. I want to use that one. Hello. Alright. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, yeah. I forgot I had that one. Sweet Moses. There's too many choices. Too many choices. Uh-oh. That looks familiar. yeah, I forgot about these. You know, I have just an ignorant amount of stencils. I really do have a problem here. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I wonder what that would look like. Hang on, get me an idea here, people. How about this one? Hang on. A light bulb just went off. Where the hell is my orange one? I just used it earlier, I think. Oh, here it is, standing up. Good Lord. All right, here's what we're going to do. Yep, something orange. You got that right. Mary, no, this is not the usual pace. The crazy chatter today was kind of self-imposed by me because of the way I decided to do the giveaway. So I wanted to encourage the chat because I think you guys learn a lot from each other. So what I decided to do is to set my iPhone alarm for 2 different random times during my 3-hour broadcast. And when it goes off, whoever the person was that was chatting when that went off gets one of the $50 gift certificates from iStencils. Ladane won it earlier. It went off at 1:31. So you can see on the chat now, if you guys look at it, you can see, well, what I'm seeing right now is 241. And I keep saying 241, 241, 241. If the clock would have gone off at 241, whoever the first one I saw at 241 was, would get the next prize. Now I see it switching to 242. I see Pat, Joycelyn, and Michelle at 242, and then Mary 242. So I'm assuming you guys see that in the same order on your end. I'm trying to make it as random as possible, but I wanted to encourage more Ustream participation because it's so much more interactive than YouTube, that I wanted to try to incentivize people to at least give it a try. But the chat is going way faster than normal because I'm about to fall off my chair, I gotta tell you. But chatting is the chance to win. So sorry, but that's why it's going so crazy. I'm gonna mix my orange yellow. Wait a minute, what will that do? This is blue red. Orange, yellow, blue, red. That might be okay. This blue red is that is yum, yum, yum-alicious. That's really pretty color red with some blue shimmer in it. So you end up with kind of a purple cast. So I'm trying to flip my brayer around here so I don't have to make so many strokes to mix this so that I get chunks. Crap, speaking of chunks, of color and not just one whole new color. You dig? Ooh, now look at that mixed on there. What's not to love about that? Okay, let's do, this looks kind of Cocoa Pellish-ish to me too. And let's go back over this one. Oh, my text is going off. Sorry, I can't text you now, but let me go in and turn that. Oh, for Pete's sakes. For work, we have to have a 6-digit passcode in here to get our work email. Security. Okay, here we go. I'll get you guys the number of this one in just a second. Okay, see what we got. Interesting, but I don't know that that's my favorite. It's not bad. It's growing on me as I look at it. Let me take this one, which was the reverse, and go in and grab some of this that's left. It'll be a little bit lighter of an impression, so I'm going to press harder. My clock is different than mine. Well, you know there's a lag time, right, Erica? And what time zone are you in? Right now my clock on my computer showing 2:45 and the chat showing 2:45. And my cell phone is showing 2:45. Colorado. So is it just the time zone you're talking about? Connie Burns, hey! How you doing, honey? Connie's one of my art pals that we get together and play with. Play with art. Let me be clear, people. Okay, let's see what we got here. I don't know, it's a little hectic. Kind of like the chat. Psychedelic, there you go. All right, let's see what we get off of here in a clean piece. Oh, that looks yummalicious, doesn't it? So this stencil, where's the hell's the number? I think it's upside down, backwards. Hang on, let me get this off of here. I'll tell you what the number is. Oh, I know. I love to see that when the CHA comes out with the new ones. One of my favorites is Julie Faye Fan Balzer. I love her designs. Consistently like her designs. Every once in a while somebody will come up with one that I really like, but Julie's I like all the time. Okay, so this swirl is number 4900003. 49, 4 zeros and a 3. That's this one. Love it. So here's cleaning up the stencil. Connie's played with my stencils before. Yes, she has. And there's the reverse. That's kind of cool. Little pop on there and you got something. You know what I mean? All right, let's carry on, shall we? Oh yeah, the Dina Wakley, the ferns, those are nice. I have some of those ferns that if you guys saw my, the stream that I did with the, crap, my mind went blank. Oh, with the fabric that I made these out of, when I did that, you know, the round jelly plate, I used all those fern masks, when I did that. You know what, let me try something a little more, oh, maybe on this. On this? Maybe? Oh, I just like that one. But I'm going to try something on here. I'm going to try it. Let's see what we get. I'm going to go orange, yellow, PBO. Again, that's the tube. And I'm going to use this crackle stencil and try just to get a little teeny bit of crackles of orange over my gator. This crackle stencil is 2700067. That's okay, Tex. It's only a piece of paper. I can do it again. I'm going to go for it. What's the worst that can happen? Here it goes. Nice gator. I know. I like that too, Connie. It came out really cool. But I can do it again. Here we go. Gotta have the balls to experiment. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But you know what I mean. You know, it's only a piece of paper. This might come out like, oh my God, that's so awesome. Or, you dumbass, you should have left it alone, like she said. But if I want another one, I can just do another one. It won't come out exact because of where I place the colors, but I kind of know what colors I did, right? But I love a crackle pattern too. That's why I use my crackle roller stamp on my plate sometimes. You guys probably remember seeing that stuff. Oh, but I want to remind everybody again. This one that I'm using now, the crackle, is that the one you're talking about, Barb? It's 273067. All right, here we go. Did I hose it up? Oh, I do not think so. Just got that little crackle on top of it of orange. I like it. What do you guys think? It's just enough. It doesn't cover up what's underneath of it. Yeah, Pat, Seth Apter is one of the ones that comes there. I'm going to try to get into his class. So I really like that. Where's that shine? There it is. Yep, like it. So, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, all right, I'm just going to use this as like a pickup page to try to get rid of stuff since it's kind of hosed up anyway. Yeah, I do use the crackle a lot in black too. But that one, I thought that orange would brighten that one up. I think the black would get lost in there in the brown. Oh, thanks about the pencil case video. Oh yeah, that was rather traumatic. Michelle, I make, let me grab this and show you guys a couple things here. Now, Connie Burns was with me actually when I made my first jelly journals at our stamp camp. And so I covered a file folder with a piece of fabric, and I put some the Indian sari ribbons on here for trim, and I just put in three signatures, right? And then put in my jelly papers in here for like what I was talking about, a kind of a background, what do I want to say, instant background book kind of thing. So that's one I did that weekend. And here's another one I did. This one I put a little envelope in it, put little beads in it to match the kind of the color family that's in here. This one I put a bookmarker in it with a piece of the sari ribbon. That's one of Julie's stencils. That's one of my favorites. Right? And this is the first one I ever did, but these are the three I did at Stamp Camp. Remember these, Connie? There's one of the ones I did picking up with the black, like the grungy ones with the orange. So that's one thing that I've done with them. Here's another one, but this, oh hell, what's that? Okay, this one's made out of, I painted a piece of mulberry paper and used that for the cover on this one, but it's also a jelly journal. Right? So I made those, and oh, where was that? Oh, hang on. I made, which I have to make more of these. These are some of the cards and envelopes I made. So like I take, well, here you can tell what this was, right? This was just a cleanup print, right? That I cleaned up. But when you fold it into an envelope, it looks kind of cool. So then I took a strip from the same page, and I'll tape this on the bottom of a white note card and then couple it with this to make a little note card out of. Right, here's another one. I have these ready to go. I just have to glue the stuff on the note cards. Right? So that's what a bunch of those are. Now, of course, these, if you were going to mail them, you'd have to put labels on them over some of the paint. But if you were just adding them to a gift or handing it to somebody for a thank you or something like that, then here's one with a card. right? So, depending on what you'd use it for, you know, they're all right. I like them. And the people that I've given them to have really liked them. So that's another thing that I do with them. I'll be doing more of those probably tomorrow for one of my friends for Christmas. Yeah, I use wax linen to bind those folders. I think, didn't I do a, oh, you know what? I did do a stream on how I do those, but that's my first stream I ever did, and it didn't, I couldn't record it. So, okay, I'm watching your chat. You got a question, somebody? I saw a Q go by there. Yeah, Connie, I think I made some of those up there too, or brought some and gave to you guys. I remember that. It's all coming back to me now. You know what I think I'm going to do? Can you scan your... You know what? I don't do that, Jackie, but I really need to. I was thinking about that last night, actually. I saw somebody else talking about that. About scanning my prints and, you know, just having them for, you know, to print for whatever. I take pictures of just about everything that I do. So I can print that, but I think scanning them, I think it would be a little bit clearer. You know what? I'm going to do something crazy on here. Feeling crazy. I'm going to add, this is still wet, but I'm going to lightly... Stamp Camp is just a little thing, Rain, that some friends get together and do when we rent this little place. It's like a campground kind of a place. Connie takes care of that, actually, and rents it for us, and we go up and we stay there for a long weekend, and everybody's in their pajamas, and we have an art room set up, and we're doing art all weekend long. You can go out there at 3 o'clock in the morning and find people still doing stuff. Maybe you can answer the unanswered questions in your blog or Facebook. Oh crap, sorry, I missed one. I know it's really hard to do this and watch the chat too, especially when it's going this fast, which is self-imposed. But yeah, we just go up for a long... I missed the last one because I had to go to Florida for work, which sounds good, but 8 16-hour days running around a huge resort. Not as much fun as Stamp Camp. Yeah, it does get crazy sometimes. Oh my gosh. That would be cool to try to find some place where we could figure out a place where a lot of people could get to. Yes, I am recording, Dorothy, and I will upload to YouTube as soon as we're done. Hi, Michelle's husband. How you doing? You good-looking son of a gun. I don't know what this is going to look like when I pick this one up off of here. Yeah, not good. I had a different vision in mind. It's not bad, but it's not what I had in my little head. Let me try to pick the rest of this up. Maybe that'll make a difference. Maybe I'll get the two colors now. Yeah, that's right, Count. Pinky swear, Connie. Ixdale, amp stamp say. Oh, well that kind of gives you the idea of what I was thinking, although this is kind of splotchy. But see where you just see the turquoise in the crackle and the orange in the background? That's what I had in my little pea brain that I thought I could pull off. But that's not what happened, and that's okay. I can live with it. So, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, in Pennsylvania, okay. Oh, Poor Michelle's husband. What's his name, Michelle? Terry, oh yeah. Add yellow. Papa black. What am I adding it to? Hang on. That's gonna make my damn self crazy with this chat, I'm telling you. That's kind of a fun one. Oh, you know what? Let me do something different here. I'm not going to do a stencil this time. Let me show you guys something else. And I did a video on this, and you guys, this is so easy to do. If you have a jelly plate, you should do this. And this is a Julie Faye Fan Balzer thing that she showed us in one of her classes that I've seen her videos and stuff online where she's done this. This is fun foam that you buy at Michael's or any of those in the kids aisle. You get these thicker, see the thicker base on that? Comes in black, white, I've seen it in red. Doesn't matter what color it is. You're just going to use that for a base. And then you're going to buy the thin, see that white? That's the thin layer. And that's the self-adhesive, the sticky back foam that you buy in the same area. And then you cut out pieces of this sticky back stuff, stick it on the thicker one for a base, and Viola, you got yourself a stamp. So what this stamp does, you can, and I cut these up in any way. It doesn't matter what you put on here. Here's one that I've done that I haven't used yet, but we're going to use it. And this one, I bought the shapes that you can buy in the in the kids section in the little jars or big jars. They're a sticky back and they're just all in there mixed up colors and stuff. And you just put it down in whatever pattern you want it in. It does not matter. See, there you go. That's all that is. And I'll show you what this does on the plate, even though we're moving away from the iStencil thing. I saw somebody said something about hot pink. Let's throw some hot pink on here, shall we? And if you really want hot pink, I'll give you some hot pink. Here's fluorescent pink. All right, let's smush this up. So this big foam stamp, I'm going to turn this over. It's bigger than this plate, but that's okay. Put this down, push, and I'm going to wiggle it just a little tiny bit because I want, what's going to happen is all those colored pieces of foam are going to suck the paint off the plate in those spots and leave the paint untouched in between. So you kind of get a negative image. So you can also, once you get this off of here, and you'll hear the suction when I pick it up. Oh, suction. Now you got some paint on here. I'm going to stamp this on a piece of paper, because I can. Right? Might get some off of there. There we go. Here's just hit it with the stamp on the piece of paper. Now I'm going to take a piece of paper and I'm going to do a very light touch and pick this up. I've done this on fabric too. Joycelyn, you need to get one of those text converters where you can just talk to the screen. No, I didn't change the time to the very end. That much I can tell you. I thought that would just be mean. All right, so there you get a little bit of an imprint of that. All right, not all that wild. Okay, let's pick this up. Let's pick this up. And hang with me, I'm not done. I know. I want everybody to win. That's the real crappy part about doing this, is figuring out who wins. So I'm trying to make it as random as I can, and that's how I thought I would do it. Okay. Not wild. But now we're going to go back to this gold. This is Golden Fluid Iridescent Gold Fine. Put a little bit of this on. And brayer that in. Oh, I just hit the tripod, sorry. If you guys are asking questions and I'm missing them, which I'm sure you are, hit me up on my Facebook Inky Obsessions page and message me, and I'll be happy to get back to you. So now I'm just gonna make some sort of random little swirly do marks in there in the gold. And then let's go back to the first one. And a really light touch, because I don't know if you can see it or not, but all the paint that I moved and it's kind of squidged off of those blank areas, it's pulled up, and now those gold areas are thicker around those edges. So I don't want to take this, oh, sorry, there we go, and push it too hard, because it'll smash that out and we'll lose that design. So with a very light touch, I'm going to lay that down, and you almost just need, for this first one, the weight of the paper. All right, just a really light touch. I just want to make sure all the edges of the paper touch it and I get a full pull. And then you end up with something like that. Would have probably been better if I used two different colors instead of two similar colors, but you get the idea. But those stamps are like the full plate stamps, so they're kind of fun to play with, and they're, you know, cost you a couple bucks to make them. And it's a fun little thing to mess with on your jelly plate. So there we only got some of the deeper lines that were left. See how that pattern is just more random, where you just saw where it was, you're getting the pieces that were welled up thicker from where I pulled it off. Sliding out of the frame. Damn it, I am. Sorry. I just, out of habit, keep pulling this closer to, let me see if I can move, hold on to your seats. I'm going to try to move this back some. Will that stay? Hang on. Hang on, hang on. Let's try that. All right, let's see how that works. Okay, let's see. Back to my stencils. Let's do, oh, you know what? Where did I put that? I just had some I pulled out. I had them sitting right here. What the hell did I do with them? Hold on. Oh, that's a fun one. Oh, here's another 3D one, but this is kind of like twisted 3D. And this number is 27-00108. (27-00108). And let's do, oh, you know what? Let me clean up this plate first. Let's do that first. And let's use this one. These different rectangles. 27-00079 is this one. So, where is it? Little Titan buff. Oops. And I put on less for this because I only want one pull. I don't want to have enough paint on here for a double pull. I just want enough to suck that dry paint off of there. And through the stencil. Cleanup time. There was a lot of marks on the plate. I don't know if you guys could see them or not. This is a repeat stencil where you can see the pattern around it, so you can match it up and just keep on going. Oh, I don't know, Lugene, about how to fix that. I guess it has something to do with your connection. I'm not sure. Tight and buff. Yeah, that describes me, tight and buff. That's what my husband calls me. No, more like tight and buff. Oh, God. I've had carpal tunnel surgery, Nancy, so I'm good to go. Okay, we're going to get anything? Let me push a little bit harder. I can see it's not picking up everything. And you know, I don't know if this was all really dry when I did this. You need to have that first layer dry to do the pull the cleanups. Okay, we're going with what we got. So that's kind of brash in some places where you see a lot of that, and real subtle in other places through the center there. You can see that little bits. The paper, it's 110-pound cardstock, Joycelyn, that I get it. I buy it by the ream at Staples. It's nothing fancy. It's just 110-pound cardstock. But there you go. So now, of course, we got that underneath of here. What can I put that on? Anything? Probably not. We'll just pull it off on here. There we go. The stencil, Erica, this one, the squares. This stencil is 2700079. 2700079. Oh, the alarm's going off. 313. Who's Joycelyn? You're the first one. Let me show you. Alarm clock. 313. It was Joycelyn's the first one on my 313 chat. And Joycelyn is the winner. I know you guys haven't heard me yet, so I'm waiting to see when somebody hears me that Joycelyn won. Yay, there we go, Joycelyn. See, those tired fingers just got you your $50 gift certificate from iStencils. Yay! Yeah, now I see Joycelyn's. Oh my God! Yep, you were the first one on the 313 timeline, so you got the second $50 gift certificate from iStencils. So you need to send me your email address, and I'll get that to Sherry at iStencils, and she will send you the code. And you can go shopping, my dear. That ought to make you feel better. You're welcome. Now you guys can slow down on your chat if you'd like. Yeah, $50. Isn't that nice, Connie? Sherry gave me two $50 gift certificates to give away. She's really generous with things. They're a classy joint. And see, that's just like framework here, but you can see that little shimmer. and all those little segments. That's kind of cool. That one, and look what's on here. Hello, goodness, for another pool if I wanted to do that, but I'm not. I'm gonna do Joycelyn on Facebook, inbox me and send me your email address, and then I'll relay it over to Sherry at iStencils. So we're back to this one. This one's 2700108. Congratulations! I'm glad you won. I know that's good. You could use that little boost, right? It's a good time for you to win. So let's. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? Let's do, I'm going to do, tissue paper works, but since it's so much more fragile, you really have to worry about how hard you push it. Sometimes you can just lay it down. You know what? Let me do a piece of deli paper and show you deli. And tissue paper is even more delicate than this. But here's how, Pat, if you're still on, here's how I buy my deli paper. And it just pop up, you got a piece of deli paper. You can get it at any of those big box stores. So I'll show you a piece of deli paper and how to pick this up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a gradient kind of thing happening here. So, oh, I know how I did that. I'm sitting here trying to think of how I did that. Now I remember. I used this, and I think this, and maybe this. But I added iridescent medium to make them shimmery. And I'm going to do it like a gradient design. Let's see if I can pull this off without stupefying it. So I want to put a little bit of yellow up there, a little bit of this green here, and a little bit of this down here. And I'm going to add a little bit of iridescent medium, kind of here and there. It kind of makes, you got to really watch the amount of paint you put on the plate with this, because what is that green? So these two that I'm using on here, this is Basics, Liquitex Basics, and it's Brilliant Yellow Green. And this is Master's Touch. I get it at Hobby Lobby, and it's called Emerald Green, but it's not emerald green. That's not what I would call emerald, but that's what they call it. So what the hell do I know? So now I'm going to try to roll these paints out and keep each color separate, mixing in the iridescent medium and keeping them in their own little area on the plate. So I get kind of a gradation as on my design. And I clean the brayer off in between. And now I'm going to try to go to this green. Ooh. Squeaky ass sprayer. Ah. Clean that off. And now I'm going to try to go over here. Oops. Oops. Oh, now out of control. That's all right. All right, now let's go. Oh, look, that stencil. I think I did that before on here. Let's see if we can pick that up. I see the chat has considerably slowed. Thank God, it was about to wear me out. I don't know, was that a good idea? Did you guys like and think that was an effective way to do the giveaways? What way would you prefer to do it? What do you think's a better way to do it if you're trying to do it live? Oh, hello, lover. So you can see a little bit of iridescence in all those colors that were just flat acrylic colors. And you can see how this paint pooled up for each one of those holes because there's really too much paint on there. I'm going to grab another one while I can. Oh shit, I said I was going to do that on Gelli. I'll grab the second one on Gelli. And you can see how this, you can see right through the Gelli, and you can see how that's adhering right to the paper. So I'm looking at Crafty Ass and her post about it saying her time is different. So the time, that post that I'm looking at, Crafty, said 3:20. What do you see on your side? What time does it say? Yeah, it's too much paint. When you add that Crafty, there was so many give people a number to sign in, pick a number randomly. When you first said that, well, you probably haven't heard me yet, but let me know what timeline you said that on, Crafty Ass, because I want to see what it says on me. So, Erica, that's because you're in Colorado, so you're 2 minutes behind, right? So it's just a matter of the hour, not the minute, right? Is that correct? No, when you posted your first message, like the one that I'm seeing just now that popped up on my screen, says, do you mean when I posted my message or my time now? I meant when you posted your other message, but that message is showing that you just now asked me that question is showing at 3:22 on my screen. I wonder if that's a setting in your iPad that you can show the timeline. Well, I guess you guys will just have to trust me on the timeline thing. I don't know what to do for that. But there it is on Gelli. And this is pretty strong. Yeah, so the 121 is just showing up because you're 2 hours behind me. Right, so I don't think there's any easy way to do this, really. To do like the random generator thing, what a pain in the ass that is. Trying to assemble all those names and get them in one place from all those different areas. Oh, the minutes are different? So Erica, you just said, I know, but the minutes are different. What do you see on that timeline on yours where you posted that message that says, yeah, I know, but the minutes are different? What do you see? I see 3:23. Yeah, I do too, Joycelyn. My computer, my Ustream, and my iPhone were all the exact same time. 23, hang on. So I got to go back here. What did I say it was? I forget now, you're off my screen. Yeah, so you're saying the same thing. You saw 23, I see 23. I'm not sure, other than the hours, but that's just to do with our time zones. That's never going to line up. Yeah, Doreen, we just gave away the second one. I have my calendar to give away yet, but I don't, how you guys think I should do the calendar? Give me some ideas of how you think I should do that. Any ideas about how to do that? Yeah, so Dorothy, I guess you're in the UK then, right? Or you're in Hawaii, maybe. I'm not sure if you mean 8:25 p.m. or a.m. Rain, that makes it easy. See how all these people are making it so easy by just giving it to them? See, I don't know if I should, what I'm concerned about doing is doing all the giveaways on the Ustream, and the people that are really off the time zone, or where they're in the middle of the night, or they don't have the ability, or they're working, or whatever the reasons are for not being able to get on here. I don't want to leave all them out by giving all 3 giveaways away on the stream live. So I'm trying to be fair to everybody that follows me. So that's my pickle. So let's ponder that a little bit, and if anybody comes up with a brilliant idea, let me know what you think. So it's 3:27, so I have a little over half an hour yet that I can keep going live on here. I know, and some people have been here for 2 hours and had to drop, and so it's, yeah, Eric, I think I'm going to have to do that. Just pick a number at random and give it away on YouTube. I think that's probably what I'll have to do to make it fair for everybody to have a shot at it. I mean, some people I know are loyal followers, and I haven't seen them on here today, and they make every effort to be on here, so I hate to... You know, I hate to neglect their chance of winning it too. I know. It is a beast. It really is a beast. I hate this part. I love to give away stuff, but I hate trying to do it and make everybody feel like it's fair and they had a fair shot at it. That's why I was doing something different with the chat, to try to think up something else just, you know, kind of out there over the top to do. Oh, thanks, Mary. Give everyone a coupon. I know, that's the thing. Oh, thanks, Nancy. I don't know. I'll think of something brilliant. Don't hold your breath, people. All right, let's do something. I'm a brown and turquoise fan. I really am. I like those colors together. Thanks, Connie. I try. If it was up to me and I had the money, I'd get everybody something. Let's do something. What the hell? How does this work? It's a flip top on a tube that screws on. Huh. All right, this is kind of a dark turquoise. I'm going to keep plowing ahead. And mix it up with some turquoisey colors here. And try to get a base down. I I need a third one. This one? No, this one. Oops. Get on there, baby. All right, let's try. Oops. This one's kind of a fleur-de-lis-ish kind of thing. See, are you going in the hot tub in the snow? You rascal. I do have metallic copper. Oh, you're right. You know what, Genevieve? I got an idea. One of my favorite combinations I'll do next. And I love that. I forgot all about it. Thank you, darling. This one, Rain, is Derivan Matisse. And it's called Southern Ocean Blue. It's a phthalo turquoise. I got it like at a Dick Blick or Utrecht or something like that when I was there, actually at the store. I haven't decided if I like it or not. It's a little thick. But you can't not like turquoise. But it is a dark color, so I only use little tiny bits of it on here. Oops. Ooh, that's pretty. See how that little bit of dark in there gave that a lot of depth to that print when I mixed it up? Wear a life jacket, Connie. We don't want any accidents. But that little bit of dark in there really gave that some depth. So, let me clean this up and pick this up. Oh yeah, Mary, the Lindsay's are really nice. Lindy's rather, sorry. I have a lot of those. That's just to clean the stencil off. And there's the reverse. Oh, that got a lot of the little circles from that 3D pull. I don't know if you can see the shimmer of those on there. Yeah, so now let me find something that would complement that. Let's see. That's probably too much. Too much. Oh, let's do this one. Let's do that one. Oh, yeah, Connie. Yeah, email me. So, I think I'm going to use this one. It's one of the newer ones from iStencils. And this is number... Yeah, they have good specials. I saw that one on Black Friday, but I have a lot of them. I really didn't need any more. 49,000,009. 49 4 zeros and a 9, and that's this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine some browns over top of that turquoise. This is a better way of sometimes mixing them up like that, is to dot the color around. Let's see, where'd that go? Maybe a little bit of this to lighten it up. Something is happening, beeping on my computer. I got no idea what's happening there, so screw it. Oh, I want to get out that copper and do that before I forget about it too. Hang on. Here we go. Yep, I'll do that one next. Let's do a little bit of bronze in there. Yeah, I like, I don't think to use it much either, the brown. Putting some bronze metallic in there. And where's that real dark one I had earlier? Where are you? Burnt umber? Raw umber, sorry. This is that darker one. I'll put a couple dots of that in there for the depth again. And let's see what happens. Could be really good. Could be a waste of paint and paper. Okay, trying to get that sort of in the middle. And I'm going to go back to this one. I really like that if that came out, and that design's really pretty. I do. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I used some of the same gator colors in this one. Okay. Ooh. Me likey. I like that. See that little bit of shimmer in the browns from the bronze I put in there? Like it. I'm gonna try to pick a, you know what? I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna just pick up what's left in there on the back of this, and then I'm gonna flip it over for the reverse print on this reverse print. Now you guys are right, this is a much more manageable chat. Another one of my brilliant ideas gone wrong. But what the hell, can't say we didn't try it. Right? Okay, now we put this one here. And that's a flub, so I'm just going to clean off the stencil on the back of that too. Oop. Okay, clean you off. Yeah, I used iPhoto. I didn't even know it was in there. And I looked and I went to try to print something from iPhoto with the little arrow icon at the bottom that's got, you know, the little curved arrow that says share, I think it says on the button. And I went to share and it says calendar, book, card. I thought, what the hell is that? Oh, that's even kind of cool. So I thought, all right, let's share. So I went in their calendar and I thought, oh, damn, let me start uploading some of my pictures. And I put it together. It was really easy. And then on mine, I put in like our birthdays, our family birthdays, our anniversaries and stuff like that. I stripped all that out of there for the one I'm going to give away. I just put the regular holidays in there. But you can customize them all different kinds of ways. I thought it was really cool. I like it. So I'm going to do another gradient. And thanks, Genevieve, for reminding me of this. This is one of my favorites. So this is the Copper Light Iridescent from Golden. Put that up here in the corner. And then I want my, this is Green Blue Dynacolor from PBO. Ooh, hello. Losing some of this one. Luckily I have a backup tube. Can't be without that. And my third one I like to add on there is the golden fluid phthalo turquoise. Over here, and I'm going to do, as you can probably tell, another one of the gradient prints. Oh hell, I didn't even use the fluid colors yet. Sweet Moses. 3 hours seems like a long time, but it goes by kind of fast. All right, there's my copper. It's laid down kind of nice. And then I'm just going to keep going back and forth a little bit on this middle area, and then I got to clean some off the brayer because I got too much paint. And then get down here in the, oh shoot, that's supposed to be all dark down there. Hello. Oh well, you'll have to be a little bit more gradient this time than usual. But I love these colors. And what stencil should I use? Should have thought of that first. Dumbass. Now let's just grab another 3D one. Always looks good on a 3D. And let's see what we get. I'm not going to press overly hard because there's a lot of paint on there. I do too, Genevieve. I didn't push hard enough up on the copper section, but while this is still wet, let me grab some of this. I'm watching the clock now. I've got, what is that, 42, so I got 18 minutes left. Pushing harder this time. I still didn't get it. What am I doing wrong? Well, that doesn't make me too happy. Bye, thanks for joining. Yeah, I don't know why I hosed this one up. I'm not sure why that didn't pick up like it normally does. Oh, no, I have the paper on crooked. Oh, pay attention, girl. Pay attention. I'm trying to follow the chat and follow the clock and... Oh, Lordy. It does go by fast. And look, there's hardly anything right there. And hardly anything over there. But look, it's all still right there. How Looney Tunes is that? All right, let me that's gonna look cool to pick up though, so let me do that. Let me do that. Let me find another one that's kind of open here. Oh, here we go. This is a good one to do that with. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Hang on. This one is kind of like, I don't know, stones or jagged stones or something. This one is 89-00263. 89-00263, and it's a repeatable one. Yeah, that's pretty much dry. That's why it didn't pick up. Good cooga mugga. Okay. Back to my tight and buff. Oh, God. Man, I got a lot of paint splattered everywhere. Okay. I don't have a tree up either, Mary. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to go this way so I get those two bigger stones in there. Dave's working today, so we're going to dig that puppy out of there tomorrow. It's in the back of a closet. It's a two-man job. Well, meaning me and Dave. To get that sucker out of there. Then it's easy going once we get it out of the closet. Hopefully this will pick up nice. Now it should pick up all that dry copper. Yeah, I really like those too, Sandy. They come out so random. I mean, you just never know what you're going to pull up. And that's one reason why I think the Gelli plate is so addicting. Because many times I'll be down here for hours just printing and printing. And then like, yeah, the plate's all messed up. And then I think, let me pick it up. And instead of just pulling it all, at the end of the night, what I usually do, I just don't put a stencil down, and I just pick up the whole thing on a sheet of paper, which is nice then to cover like a little mini journal with or something. But every time I use a stencil, then it leaves even another pattern on there. So it's like it never stops. Oh gosh. It's like never ending. All right, let's take a little peek, see what we're going to get. Hello, or am I going to get you? There's still a lot of that copper down there. What the hell? It's plain difficult. Christmas is coming too soon. I think it was because of the late Thanksgiving. It was kind of screwed us up. There we go. Now you can see some gradients in that pickup and see where all my damn copper ended up. So, there's that cleanup. Oh, cool. Thanks, Mickey. I'm glad you put your blog up there. If anybody else wants to share a blog or a YouTube channel, put your links up. I think the more everybody shares, the more we learn stuff. Pick up this and get those little lines of that same kind of pattern. Ah! Thinks you're talking to yourself in there? Not much off of there. Ooh, that's cool. See, that one's just underneath the stencil. All that yumminess was hiding on the plate. And now I have it to do, Lord knows what with. But that would make a cool envelope with just those little bits showing, and then cut this strip to put on the bottom of the note card. That's what I'm talking about. And now, look, more patterns. Like it never ends. You know what, before we get out of here, let me try a couple of these fluid paints that I had in mind to do from the get-go. And I think they're all sealed. Alright, this is phthalo green. I'm just going to do, let's see, a phthalo green and dioxidine purple. Let's try that. And these are really runny. These are actually made oh, thanks, Doreen. Thanks, guys. I believe whatever you give away comes back to you, so I like to try to do it when I can. These are very fluid. They're made for airbrushing. So they're really, really runny. I'm going to splat a couple drops of that around. Oops, hello. And they all have mixer balls in them too. Art and Soul Creations. Barbara, do you have anything to do with Art and Soul retreats? It's even bubbly on here. It's so liquid. Wow, look how sheer they are too. This is the transparent set, so they are transparent. Ooh. Oh my gosh, it looks like nothing on my plate. Let's see what we get. I'm just going to grab this one again since I want to grab something before this dries. I'm not sure about the open time on these because they're so thin. Yeah, get those websites and blogs out there. That's the fun part. You can't learn by sitting in a vacuum and not sharing stuff and looking at other people's things. I don't think there's any original ideas left anymore. It's just by how we interpret somebody else's ideas that makes our art our own original art kind of thing. I mean, there's not too much to invent that hasn't been invented unless somebody comes up with a new product. Oh, and about my big announcement, it's getting closer. Hopefully I'll be able to share that in a couple of weeks. It's moving right along. Okay, here we go. These are the high flow transparents coming up on a jelly plate. What do we have? Ooh. Oh. Ah. That's pretty. And it's kind of cool how you see the bubbles in it where it didn't print. But those colors are pretty together. I like that. I know. Irene, I know. I'm like over the moon and about to bust not being able to talk about this, but that's the agreement. And you know, that's just what it is. Trust me, as soon as I get the high sign, I'll be blabbing it from everywhere. So that's just a little bit that cleaned off the back of the stencil. And here's the reverse print. Oh, look where it picked up the bits of the copper over there. That's pretty. Wow, and these are so, they feel like you can't even feel them on here. Patti had stencils made for her a while back. You mean the ones that Sherry made for me with my Inky Obsessions on them? I got a couple of those in here that she sent me with one of my packets. She made me a, you know, not my logo, but I don't have a logo, but just my name. Where the hell are they? Oh, here's a fun one. Let's do that one. And this one. I saw them in here earlier. I got too much of a stack to look through. But anyway, she cut me some stencils that say Inky Obsessions with my blog address on them, so I could use them and stencil them on my artwork. Are those inks or acrylics? These are, that I just used, are the golden. They're high flow acrylics, and they're the transparent set. So what would look good over top of that? Pray tell. That might take up too much of the design. Maybe that. Who knows? Let's see. Let's do something. This is quinacridone red, and I'm going to put some yellow over it. And I've got 6 minutes before my recording goes kaputski. It's time for me to go eat and pee and come back down. There's some Quinn Red. These are liquid. And this is Hansa Yellow Medium. Oh, that one came off easier than I thought. So I think my problem when I was at Queen's Ink using these is that, oh, that's really liquid and sheer. Is that I put too much on the plate, I think. Possibly. I don't know. Let's see what happens here. They do disappear. When they say transparent, they are not just whistling Dixie. So let's try this. And this might be a total hose up. I don't know. But we shall see momentarily. I'm going to go over top of this. I really like that. With this. See what we get. Can't take it with you, Lou Jean. That is a good question, Joycelyn, and I don't remember. I got this set at Queen's Ink, and I happened to pull a, she did random discounts, and I happened to get a 30% discount on those, and I bought some other stuff, and I don't remember. I want to say for that, the retail on that container of 10 was around 50 bucks. Oh, thanks, Ladane, and congratulations. Don't forget to send me your email address. Look for me on Facebook. I'm Patti Tolley Parrish on Facebook, and my art page on Facebook is Inky Obsessions with an S. You can find me at either or both places, or you can email me at ptolley, Tolleyp @gmail.com. And Joycelyn, that goes for you too. I know I'm friends with Joycelyn on Facebook. All right, what do we got? I don't know. I'm not sure that enhanced it or defaced it. I'm going to try picking this up on the back side of this, because this is still pretty nice. Yeah, that's all I got out of that second one. So let's put, what do I have over here? That might not show much on that one. Oh, here we go. Let's go back to this guy. No, that's too round. That's going to match. Let's go to the reverse on this one. Looks like there's hardly nothing on my plate there. So that's like $5, a little container of that for Goldens. Really, that's about right. But then I got 30% off of that, so that was pretty good. The email address, if you need to email me if you want a calendar, or if you won one of the giveaways today, is P for Patti, Tolley, T like Thomas, OLLEY, P at gmail. That's it, Sandy. ptolleyp at gmail.com. Sandy just posted it there. That looks a little chaotic. Speaking of chaotic. Oh, I just got my your broadcast will end in 3 minutes warning. Bite me. This is, oh, you know what? I didn't give you those numbers. This round kind of flowery stencil is 89-00095. I know, 2-minute warning. I give you that one. And this one I was going to use, and I didn't get to use this, but this is a really fun one. This one is 2700080.